11th grade children. I welcome you all to the Z Learning platform. Today let's see Unit 3 poem Lines Written in Early Spring. The poem is written by William Wordsworth, the nature-loving poet. Today in this poem also the same thing. He is enjoying the company of nature and he is having a different kinds of mood in the nature. Let's see the first stanza. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sat reclined, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. The poet William Wordsworth, in a relaxed state of mind, he sat in a grove. Okay, grove is a small area of land where a group of trees are found. Okay, in that place, what he's doing is he's reflecting on certain thoughts which comes to his mind. He is sitting in a reclined position, that is by leaning back, and he is taking rest in the grove. Automatically, he is being connected with the nature, and in that nature he is enjoying both joy and at times the sad thoughts also come to his mind. At that moment, he is able to hear 1,000 blended notes. Blended notes in the sense not a single notes, a kind of a mixture of notes he could hear. So in that way he is enjoying the nature. Second stanza. To her fair works did nature link, the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. He is saying about the human life, that is how much of grievances, how much of difficulty, how much of struggles he is undergoing. But if he comes to the company of nature, or if he spends his time in nature, surely he would have got relaxation and would have relief from all his problems. So that's what he said. Man is burdening himself by carrying all the burdens in his mind and soul. And another way he also says that nature is very good to everyone and it treats everyone equally, but man is not knowing his neighbors or the other human beings, fellow human beings. Instead, he is doing harm to everyone. So what man has made of man? Okay, so that's it. That is what William Wordsworth is conveying in the second stanza. Third stanza. Through primrose tufts in that green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my fate that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. Now here he is talking about all the beautiful flowers and the flowering plant, different kinds of plants he is talking about. And he is talking here, the first one is primrose, then the second one is periwinkle. Okay, and how the primrose tufts means bunch of plants, and it is small plants, and how they make a green bower. Okay, to be in a bower, it's very pleasant because it's a very good shady place. And here he's talking about periwinkle, that is an evergreen plant with blue and white flowers. So that gives that is the way it stands, the way it is arranged, the way it is grown, it is standing like a wreath. Okay, so with all the flowers, it's really beautiful. It's a kind of a beautiful scene Wordsworth is enjoying at that moment. So he's talking about that. The way the flowers and the leaves, the plants, they are standing, they appear to be like enjoying the air it breathes. That is, they are enjoying the company or the place, the area where the greenery is being spreading everywhere. Okay, so in that area, when you also spend your time, surely you would also be relaxed from all your sorrows. Stanza. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. Okay, now he's talking about the previous stanza we saw about the plants, the flowers and everything. Now he's talking about the birds, little birds. So everywhere around me I could see small little birds are hopping and playing, but I cannot measure their thoughts. That is, I cannot understand their thoughts. The way the motion, the movement what they show is It's really made me to understand that they are enjoying the nature, they are enjoying the place, and they are enjoying the company of the nature, like what I'm doing now. Fifth stanza. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. Now, in this stanza, you can see he's talking about the twigs. Again, he's coming back to the plants, the twigs, and the breeze also. Okay, the relationship between the twigs and the breezy air. Like the twigs are playing, that is, the way they spread out their fans. That is the leaves, the tufts. Okay, so when they are spread out, it's like about like they are playing in the breezy air. They are trying to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can. That is, whatever I can do, what I can do in that condition is, in that moment, is only the kind of a pleasure means that is, I'm enjoying, I'm really pleased to be in the company of nature. Really, it is a great pleasure to see such kinds of more enjoying movements about nature. Final stanza. If this belief from nature heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? So now what he's saying is a philosophical tone is being brought out by the poet. Now he is saying all through the stanzas we saw that he is having a different kind of thoughts. That is how is nature different, how nature relaxes, how nature soothes the mind of human beings. Okay, so when I understood such things, okay, this philosophy, when I got this philosophical idea, it must be surely, really think that it should have been sent from the heaven above. So if that is the nature's holy plan, so what he is saying is whatever nature is doing, everything is said to be holy. Nothing is against that is God's plan or whatever it is. Nature and God are always the same. So have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? So now he is thinking, why should I lament about the worries of nature, worries of life? Why should I carry the burdens of life? When I have nature around me, when I have nature to soothe me in all my worries, why should I worry like this, and why should I lament like this? So, and in another way also we can take is, when nature gives everything good and better for everyone, why, what man has made of man? What is man doing for man? Or how man has been relaxing each other or soothing each other. So it's better to enjoy the company of nature. So that's what is said here. Now once I'll read the whole poem. I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove I sat reclined, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran. Much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in the green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and all I must think, do all I can, and that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? Hope you understood this poem. Please send your rhymes and rhyming scheme in the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day. Meet you in the next class.